Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise, and we give you the non-biased information you can use to make informed decisions and hopefully capitalize on the next bull run. Guys, I can't be more bullish, and I just uncovered two projects that I haven't been paying attention to because, quite frankly, they're linked to gaming, and that sector's just a little too risky, in my opinion, to start stacking now. But these two projects are infrastructure plays, and they have great tokenomics, and I love everything about these projects. And not only that, whereas a lot of the, say, banking tokens and your more conservative plays inside like the top 25, realistically guys, they're 10 to 15x type projects. Maybe we get lucky and they go a lot higher. I hope so. But those are the conservative plays to stack in a portfolio, in my opinion. So now I'm getting out and looking for new projects that's going to give me more. Now I'm not looking for the DGen projects or the ICOs, not looking for that kind of risk yet. I'm looking for above average, a little bit more risk, above average returns, maybe 20, 25x and up. And I think both of these projects are realistically 20x and above projects as far as probability, and the risk reward balances out really well. So we're going to dive into these projects, and Veracity just had a huge announcement that I want to share with you, which brought this entire video on, and then that led me to its competitor, and its competitor is Theta, and Theta is a solid project with great tokenomics. So we're going to dive into that, and we're going to take a look at the charts. We're going to talk about what AI said about these projects, and then I'm really curious what you guys think in the comments section. Do you think that these projects are legit for maybe producing a conservative 20 to 25x? I'm really curious if I'm looking at this in the right light, but I think I am. That being said, guys, before we dive into it, help this channel out if you appreciate this research. Hit the like button and let's dive into it. Now the first project is Veracity. I'm not going to dive into it much. If you aren't familiar with it, go to veracity.io, surf around. But guys, they are basically an infrastructure play inside like gaming and the metaverse for advertisement of the future of Web3. It's a very sound project with real world utility, and guys, it's already supporting itself without the founders and the developers or the early investors supply, whereas they just keep dumping onto most communities to build out the ecosystem, which is great. But the sooner you can get to fully diluted, and the sooner you can get a project where it supports itself, you have something. And both these projects are already there. And guys, I want you to really understand what I'm saying in this video, and it's going to help you measure just how much improvement a lot of these other projects are going to have to make to become a real solid project and not be part of the 98% of all tokens that are going to disappear. These two, I think, have a great future. Now, Veracity, if you go look at their Twitter, their X account, they have over 300,000 followers. It's got a great community. A lot of people like this project, and I'm definitely one of it. Now here's the big announcement that got me excited. Think about it, guys. They had 20 billion tokens in fully diluted supply. Well, that 10 billion tokens was set aside to help grow the ecosystem, pay the developers and new projects, validators, etc. Well, guys, because they're making so much money in the bear market and with their business model, they don't need that, guys. So they burned it all. So now they're almost 100% fully diluted. I think it's like 97, 98%. So there's no dumping whatsoever, and they're already making money to keep this project alive throughout the future. Now, I asked Claude to give me some of the bullet points of how positive that announcement was, and he went through it. But he also brought a couple of other things to my attention. For instance, 12.5% of the revenues are distributed to the VRA token holders as rewards. Well, guys, that's creating a lot more value where people are going to want to stake and stick around and use this ecosystem and build on this ecosystem. They also have other announcements like the Visa card that's coming out, and hopefully as they grow this ecosystem, they plan to use that money to burn more tokens, and they were basically already right at being deflationary. Claude actually said it was deflationary. I'm not going to go there yet, but guys, this is a really good project. Now, that being said, when you look at the chart, it's going down today. I love that. I want it to keep going down. But when you look at the all-time high, it was just above 8 cents. Well, right now, guys, you can buy it for under 5 cents. And it had a little push from this announcement. But hopefully it's going to come down. But even if you start stacking at these prices, realistically, you're probably looking at a 20 plus X if it takes out its old high. Now, as far as the supply of where it was back in 2021, there's been about a 35-38% increase in token supply. That's not that bad when you compare it to almost all projects out there. Probably over 90% of projects have increased their supply way more than that. Now, it's higher than I would like, but being that it's pretty much fully diluted and it's already making money because of adoption in the bear market, guys, I don't see why it can't blow through this high. And if it does, that's a minimum and a real probability of a 20x. Now, to put something else in perspective, and again, I just used this tool. Hold on a second. I clicked on the wrong one. I use this tool and I love it. It's called market cap of. Well, but guys, you can compare Veracity to Theta. Now, let's look at something. We already talked about it taking out its old high. But if Veracity just gets to the market cap of its next competitor, which is in front of it and has bigger adoption and better partnerships, but they are competitors in a lot of ways when it comes to advertising. If it gets down to the beat up Theta in a bear market, which I have no doubt a pumped up Veracity in a bull market can at least get to where Theta is now, guys, that's 11.5x. Now, I'm not saying it's going to do that, but to me, that's a minimum that it should do. But check this out. If it gets to where Theta went last bull market, now I don't think whatsoever Veracity can catch Theta in this bull market, maybe in the preceding one. However, I don't see why Veracity doesn't have at least a really good shot at getting to where Theta was in the last bull run 2 years ago. If that happens, look at that number down on your screen. That's a 254x. Now, I'm not saying whatsoever that that's going to happen, but guys, what if it gets in the ballpark? But so that being said, guys, I really think that Veracity is a 20 to 25 way up opportunity with less risk. It has real world utility, great team. Guys, it is so positive to be laying out a roadmap where you are, think about the money all the early developers and the team and the founders could have made by not burning those tokens. Guys, it's extremely positive. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Now, let's look at Theta. Guys, Theta is the infrastructure as well to Web3, Metaverse, gaming, the video part of the Web3. And if you haven't been to their website, go to thetatoken.org, surf around. I'm not going to dive into it too much, but just think of it as the infrastructure. Now, when you check their social media, they've got 264 followers on Twitter, and it's a very, very good project. Now, let me show you something. This got me excited. Now, when you go look at their tokenomics, the circulating supply is 1 billion, the total supply and maximum supply is 1 billion. So they're already fully diluted, and they have the money and the setup to keep paying for their infrastructure. Guys, I can't tell you how positive that is, especially right now, because most projects aren't even in the ballpark of supporting themselves. Now, when you go to Masari and you look, guys, here's the cool thing. Pre-last bull run. Now, hear me out. I really want you to understand this. When the pre-last bull run, it was pretty much already fully diluted. Now, I don't know what happened here, but even that's only 1 billion tokens. It would be, let's see. Yeah, not 1 billion, that would be 100 million tokens. So in the big picture, not 100 million, I'm sorry. I don't know what that would be. 10%, that's not a big deal. I can't think right now. But my point is, this is the old, right before the old bull run, they're fully diluted, and now they're still fully diluted. They didn't have to do a token burn. They haven't been dumping all bear market. Like, think about it, guys. I want you to really think about this. Projects like Avalanche and XRP and one of my all-time favorites, HBAR, they've been dumping the whole time for 2 years. Theta did none of that, right? They haven't been dumping on the token holders, beating the price down. It's fully diluted and have been pretty much since the last bull run. So there's no surprises. So with the growth and the adoption, it should easily, it reminds me of Quant, easily take out, and it could 2, 3, 4, 5x its old high, and you could actually justify that thought process. Because here's the deal, and this is the way to look at all these projects, in my opinion, that are fully diluted and have great tokenomics. Bitcoin, Ethereum now is fully pretty much decent, de-inflationary. Quant, this project, and there are a handful of others, but not many. But you think about it, people plan on the ones I mentioned, XRP, Avalanche, HBAR, to take out their old highs, no problem. But guys, they got to make up for all that dumping along the way, and I think they can do it as well. I really do. I think all three of those projects hit an all-time high, but it's going to be harder because they have to actually increase their demand immensely of what it was in 2021. If this project just keeps the same demand, it should blow that all-time high out of the water. And if it gets the new demand, being that it's 2 years later and the gaming sector has exploded and we're getting a huge pump, this thing could absolutely skyrocket, in my opinion. But guys, even if it doesn't, if you stack Theta right now and it just takes out its old high, which again, guys, reminds me of Quant, and I should do a video talking about these. That's a 25x. Guys, this is one of my favorite projects. Now, I don't know how I missed this. I didn't realize how good the tokenomics were. I'm guessing that's why I missed it. But it's an infrastructure play. So when all these new projects, guys, gaming projects are lined up down the street. No one's talking about gaming because no one's wanting to launch a new gaming project in this bear market. Once everything heats up, you're going to see these games pop out of nowhere, and the developers are working with these type projects. And the corporations that are building these games, they love Theta and Veracity because they're going to be doing their advertising with them, and depending on which model they go with, they want to know that they're not getting scammed or taken advantage of, and that's really where Veracity comes into play with their mechanism of proof of views, and these could work together. But anyway, guys, I'm starting to ramble. I absolutely love this project. That being said, I'm going to go briefly through what Claude talked about on both of these. When I had Claude, the AI tool, compare these, it's extremely bullish. I'm going to run through it, and then let me know what you think in the comment section, and tell me if I'm on the right track. And if you have another project, guys, or some really good projects that realistically, not hype, can give us a probability of a 25x and higher, let me know. So here's what Claude the AI said. It said Theta has a maximum supply. This is the tokenomics part of it. Theta has a max supply of 1 billion. Veracity has 10 billion after it's burned. Theta is inflationary. New Theta is constantly being mined. But guys, the inflation rate is minute. And then it says Veracity is now deflationary with a quarterly burn. Veracity's circulation is lower after the burn, so could potentially see higher price token prices. Guys, if this would have came out as an announcement in the bull market, wow, it would have absolutely exploded. Here's the good part. Revenue models. Theta generates revenue by acting as a CDN and through Theta TV subscriptions and NFT sales. Veracity generates revenue through its proof of view protocol and VeraFuse video ads. And the platform, which is seeing increasing adoption. Now, here's the competitive comparison. Both aim to disrupt video delivery and engagement, which I think have already been doing that. But Theta focuses on decentralized streaming, while Veracity focuses on video ads. Theta's edge catching network competes with centralized CDNs. Veracity aims to transform digital ad verification. Theta claims high-profile partnerships like Samsung. Veracity is still in the early stage of its adoption. Guys, that gets back to that comparison earlier of how much upside Veracity has because of its low market cap. Theta uses staking for validators. Veracity uses staking rewards to incentivize viewers. Now, adoption outlook. This is important. Theta has the advantage currently with larger partnerships and a prominence in streaming. It is the front runner. But it says Veracity's anti-fraud ad tech could see high growth in adoption as digital ads continue to expand. Guys, these could be used as they compete in some areas, but they could also be used together. And then it says Veracity's staking rewards model helps drive grassroots adoption among viewers. In summary, Theta seems ahead in adoption today, but Veracity's deflationary tokenomics and ad tech utility could drive the future growth and demand. Guys, I think both of these projects are really good risk rewards. Again, not financial advice, but I'm curious what you guys think. Are these projects you might want to stack? Let me know. That being said, guys, don't get out of crypto, guys. These are the good times in the next 6 months, if not right now. I don't know when the switch is going to, get flipped, but I personally don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I think we could get a pump in this bear market between now and the halving. But guys, I think anything we see right now is probably going to be dumped. We could take some profits early and start over again. But here's what I think, and I'm curious where you guys are. I think right now, because of the macro, there's not one positive thing on the globe, not in America, nowhere, where the economy is growing outside of governments printing money and adding, business development and stuff like that. When you take that away, there's nothing positive going on the globe. I don't think there's going to be a soft landing. So this could be a delayed bull market, and I think if we're lucky, something's going to pull the stock market down hard, pulling down all of the global economics worldwide. Inflation's going to try to get out of control. We do not have a grasp on it, and as the dollar gets stronger, it's killing some of the other countries. So with a little bit of luck, we wake up one day, stock market's down, something, black swan event has happened, maybe not, hopefully not too drastic, but that sends Bitcoin down, if we're lucky, to a new low, and that would absolutely wreck the altcoins. Well, guys, if you're like me and you got some money stacked in some stable coins, you want that to happen. Hopefully you have a plan and you have a line of really good tokens with real world utility that no matter how far down they go, they're going to bounce back and they're not going to disappear. Hopefully you got a line of those listed out that you know what to do. If you don't, guys, I have coaching. It's $250. We take a look at your portfolio. We'll get you a game plan where you don't fall prey to the FOMO and everything that's going to happen between now and the end of the next bull run. Because, guys, it's going to get crazy. You got to have a plan, whether that's through my coaching or someone else. And once you put on a trade, guys, you got to already have that plan. Know what happens, good, bad, or ugly. You need to know how to compare these projects. You need to understand tokenomics. That's the type of stuff I help you with. A lot of it's just flat out mindset. Anyway, if you have an interest, $250. You get 3 to 5 phone call or Zoom calls with me, and hopefully we'll get you in a position where you can capitalize on the biggest opportunity in history. I truly believe that. That's why I started this channel. All right, guys, that's all I got. If you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and do so. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But either way, come back and be part of this community. Take care.